Do you feel that invasive species should be left alone where they invaded, or do you think we should take them out? What's up, everybody? This is Ocean News by Speak Up for Blue, and today we are going to talk about the question of the day of yesterday's episode about invasive species. Yesterday I covered the invasion of lionfish on the southeast coast of the US and the Caribbean. They're found everywhere around this area, and they're just proliferating like crazy, taking over the food web, invading the food web and taking it over and taking away other predators and also eating all the fish below them in the food web. Of course, these are efficient predators, and now the ecosystem is just kind of turned upside down. And a lot of managers are coming out and saying we need to get rid of these fish. So the question is, how do we get rid of these fish? Do we go in and spearfish them all out one by one and grab them and go? Or do we do some massive fishing technique like trawling or gill netting or anything like that that could be destructive to other ecosystems? And to be honest, in my opinion, I think we should just go in and spearfish them. I think we should get them out. These are invasive species. They were introduced by people in the aquarium industry who didn't want to kill their fish because they had to get rid of them, but they wanted to get rid of them and just let them off in the ocean, even though this wasn't their native habitat. This is the dangerous thing about not educating people about in the aquarium industry and other industries that involve fish that they can release in different habitats. A lot of people don't realize the damage they've done when they put in and introduce these types of fish or any other kinds of animals that could take over a habitat and really do well. So getting back to the question is, how do we get rid of them? Really, you have to go in and spearfish them. We are efficient at that. We have a lot of divers in the Caribbean, along the southeast coast, in the tropical areas. They do a lot of diving. A lot of them are spear fishermen. And I think if the more we actually get in the water and get rid of these animals, even locally, have local drives, have local contests of who can get the biggest lionfish, things like that. Events like that and community events like this will allow us to regain our coral reefs of the Caribbean habitats. And it's really important because the more we sort of introduce other species from other parts of the world, and the more they do better, we are just going to have the same type of habitat all around the world. And that's not a good thing with the same type of animals. It's just not a good thing to have. The reason it's not good is because diversity is key. In the wild, in the ocean, on land, it doesn't matter. The more diverse habitat you have, the better you do. Imagine if something came along and killed all the lionfish. Then there were no more predators left in the area because they're found all over the world, and they've driven away all the other predators. All those other fish that were being eaten by the lionfish will kind of rise up in population numbers and take over that area, and it could completely shift the habitat, change the economy of fishing, change the economy of recreational diving, and it would just really put everything in a big frenzy. We are not used to that. Our economies are not used to change. Once we find an economy, we go crazy on it, and we need to really make sure that we keep everything diverse and everything the same. That means keeping invasive species down. And that's what I would like to do. I would like to see more of these events happen where you have derbies, fishing derbies for lionfish, and figure out ways to eat them. And I'll link down in the description below to videos of how to eat and fillet lionfish, so you don't eat the spines. You don't have to worry about their spines. But there's a lot of different methods out there, a lot of different movements that are trying to get rid of these lionfish, and I think it's a good idea. That's our episode for today. Thanks for listening. I really appreciate it. Click the subscribe button down below, and you'll get access to all our videos. You won't miss a video at all. In April, we are vlogging every day. We have a great Speak Up for Blue team here that's working really hard to build up a media channel on different platforms to really get the ocean conservation message out. So please share the video, click the subscribe button, and click any of the links in the description below to get access to Speak Up for Blue. Until then, until the next video, thank you very much. I'm Andrew Lewin. Happy conservation.